This is Blender 5 lighting demo 3. What we're going to do is we're going to use this simple room. We're going to have sun coming from inside, and I'll show you how to bring the light in and then bounce it around. And we'll also use another type of light called sunlight. So we'll do the standard thing at this point of converting this over so we can actually see what's happening. So if I go and I convert this to texture, once again you can see everything is inverted the wrong way because the normals haven't been flipped. So we just need to go through and flip all the directions real quick. Flip and flip and flip. Okay, we have all that, and now we'll turn on GLSL because it's black because we don't have the light. And like I already have a camera set up. So we're going to add a new type of light, and this type of light is called a sunlight. Now the interesting thing about a sun lamp is it only illuminates in a particular direction. Oh, edit mode. About that. And sunlight. Okay. So what it does is right now the only thing it's illuminating is the side, and regardless of where it is in the scene, if you move it around, it'll basically illuminate a particular angle. The one thing it won't do is you need to actually explicitly position it where you want if you want it to come through like a window. So I'm going to turn on shadows before we do anything else, ray shadows. And then we're going to move this light, and the window is actually in the very back of the scene. So I'm going to position the light in the back, and actually let me move it up a little bit more. And then I'm actually going to come and rotate, and you can see now the light's actually passing through the window. At this point, if we render the image, we should have a patch of light on the floor. And it's gray outside. Ideally, you want the outside to be brighter than this patch, because if not, it looks inconsistent, looks strange. So we'll go into the world setting, and we'll just create a pretty white, or almost white, kind of sky. Now if we render the image out, it should look a little bit more credible, because this is brighter, and now we're buying into the fact that this is so bright that the light's coming from the space. So let's rename the sunlight. This is our key light. And now we're ready to add a new light. So we'll go ahead and lamp, point, and this is going to be our bounce light under the floor. And you want to do your best to get this exactly under where the this bouncing is taking place, because you want to have it pretty close to center. So let me get that lined up. And that looks pretty good. I go in here, and you can see that's pretty well organized. That's just gonna, if you don't have it in the right place, it's gonna look a little funny. So this is way too bright. Let's go grab the light and look at the settings. We want to keep the fall off on, and the energy, and it depends how bright it is, but once again, you don't want this to be brighter than this, and also there's a specular highlight. If I turn off the specularity, that helps to soften everything a little bit, and probably just to bring down the energy just a little bit. And the one thing you can do is, once again, color bleed would be taking place, so the white light would be hitting the rug. So you could actually add a little bit of green, which makes the walls look a little funny, but it would help integrate everything a little bit. So let's rename that light. And that is let's render and see what we got at this point. Okay. Light coming in, light in the main space. So obviously the one thing we're missing is the floor at this point. So we will copy the bounce light and Shift D and put it above the ceiling. And at this point we get the same phenomena we just had in the last one, where it's flattening out and it's evenly illuminating everything, and we've lost all the contrast. The only thing we want the light above the ceiling to illuminate is the floor. So we need to move that to its own layer. And we need to grab the floor and move that to its own layer, and then make that layer visible. Grab the light above the ceiling and do this layer only. Once again, you see now this looks more realistic. And we will rename this. Now if we come in and render out the image, We have a scene that looks more realistic, and probably want to decrease the brightness of the floor here. So let's take this and bring this in a little bit more. And that looks pretty good, and that completes this third demo.